Hey everyone, it's Patty from PS Paper Crafts. Thanks for joining me today. I'm going to make a really sweet and simple Valentine's Day card. The colors are Lovely Lipstick and Flirty Flamingo. I'm going to stamp my own background and then just add the sentiment. And then on the inside I have another sentiment with some hearts. This was really easy to make. I'm using the Meant to Be stamp set, and that is in the Occasions catalog. Which just came out recently, beginning of January, and it goes through June 3rd. And on page 6, we have this Meant to Be, and there's framelits that go with it as well if you wanted to bundle it. And then on page 4 and 5, it's all one overall suite. It all kind of coordinates together. But I'm going to use a strip of this paper. I use this ribbon and these heart epoxy droplets. So you can kind of coordinate all of these things together to make cards, and they're really pretty. So anyway, I just also want to mention that we're in celebration, so every time you spend $50 or $100, you can get a free celebration item. If you need a catalog, or if you want to look at the catalog online, you can go to pspapercrafts.com and you can see it there. So anyway, let's get started. I've already done the cutting and prepping for the card, and you can look at my website for the dimensions. Again, it's pspapercrafts.com. So I have the card base is a Lovely Lipstick, and then a layer of Flirty Flamingo, and we're going to make this layer using the stamp set. So I'm stamping this heart and this heart and this heart. This I'm going to stamp on scrap paper first to get a lighter color of Lovely Lipstick, and then this will be direct and this will be direct. It's pretty easy to make your own background. I always suggest that you start with the darker color first, or sorry, the larger shape first, and then go smaller and fill in. So we've got the Lovely Lipstick, and I'm going to just stamp on my scrap and stamp on my paper. Scrap paper. And I talk to myself when I'm stamping because I don't want to forget the step. I don't know if any of you do that, but I do. So scrap paper. Scrap. And we'll just do a little bit here. And it's nice to have it kind of running off the sides. It looks like it's a piece of bigger paper that we just cut. So now we're going to do the next smallest, and we're just going to stamp this one around. And see, it's the same color, but a lighter shade. So you get a lot of bang for your buck with stamps, pads, if you stamp off, and sometimes you could stamp off. So this you could do 1, 2, 3, 4, and get all different shades of the same color. Pretty cool. Okay, I'm going to put this away, and we'll get this teeny tiny one, and this is the Flirty Flamingo, so this ties in with that background. And this one I'm just going to fill in even more. And this is just random. You don't have to, have it in a very specific spot. I'm just looking for kind of holes where I could fit it in. And again, let's go off the cardstock so that it looks like it's a bigger sheet that we're using. I don't know if that makes sense, but anyway, we will close this one up, and let's do our inside. So I'm going to put this aside. On the inside of this card, I have the sentiment, to the best friend a girl could ever ask for. I'm going to use the different one. It's You Make Me Happy, and I'm going to do something a little bit different in the inside. So let me get my inside sheet, make sure it's going the right way. And I'm going to do the Lovely Lipstick, and let's make sure this is okay. You Make Me Happy. Just kind of put it in the middle. And then I'm going to do this big heart again, one on either side. I'm trying this out to see how we like it. See how it's a little bit lighter. So I think that looks good. It's such a tiny sentiment. I wanted something bigger. So we'll put this aside as well. And let's do our outside sentiment, and then we're done stamping. So for this one, I love the font on this Happy Valentine's Day. I just think it's really pretty. And I'm using a stitch square that I've already pre-cut with my Big Shot. And we'll just put that right in the middle. Perfect. Close this up and get the ink out of the way. So I did the stitched shapes, the second largest for the Whisper White, and then I did the layer behind it in Lovely Lipstick, and this is the third largest of this. But you can do, you could just cut it with your trimmer if you wanted to and not have the scallops or whatever. So I'm going to put this side as well, and let's start putting our card together. Now on this card I used the Lovely Lipstick. There's in part of the suite there's the All My Love combo pack, so I used this ribbon, and you also get a second ribbon in Flirty Flamingo. But for this card, I'm just using a piece of the the designer series paper that comes with that suite as well. It's called All My Love designer series paper. So I'm going to just use this instead of the ribbon, just to do something a little bit different. And again, all the colors coordinate, so this is Lovely Lipstick, and it just works out perfect. So let's put this layer together. I'm just going to use my snail. Oops. And we'll just layer everything together here. And this will come together pretty quickly. But I like making my own background. It's really pretty. I mean, the papers, the designer series papers are gorgeous. I just love them. And I love using that type of paper on a card. And then we'll layer this on top of here. This paper is moving around, my grid paper. I only have one sheet. I have to get some more. So it's just sliding on my my platform here. So sorry for that. I hope it's not making you dizzy. We'll put this one down. And then we'll just lay this across. And I like to put it down a little bit toward the bottom. And this is going to go end to end. So we'll just make sure it looks straight. Okay. And then we can put this down. And then I'm going to pop it up with dimensionals. So I just try to look corner to corner here. And before I commit and press it down, I try to make sure it's all straight. Okay. And we'll put this down with dimensionals. I only have the mini ones handy, so it doesn't matter which ones you use. It's nice to have the mini ones for a little area, but where it's hard to get the big ones in. But if you don't have the big ones handy, then little ones are always good to use. So we'll just get these off. And I'm sorry, I'm off camera. I'm just taking the backing off of these. I didn't realize that. And then we'll put this right here. That looks about good. And then I got these heart epoxy droplets, and I colored them. I used 3 big ones. You can use the little ones too, or alternate them. And I colored them with real red. I didn't have the Lovely Lipstick, so this is one of the Stampin' Blends, and it's the alcohol based. So you just color it. It's pretty cool. It dries really quick. And I did 3 big hearts. And I did a second layer. And I figured, the reds, there's so many shades of red on this card that it was okay to use a different shade again. And the way I got these off was I used my my pickup tool, and I just kind of bent this to get underneath it. And I'll put one here. And that just seemed the best way to get it off the backing. And then a third one. It just adds, they're shiny, and it just adds a nice little touch to it. And then we just have to put the inside in, and we're done with this card. I think it was pretty easy. I love the stamp set. It has really pretty hearts and sentiments, so I think it's perfect for Valentine's Day. And let's get this just kind of centered and straight. And we're done. So let me know which one you like best, and hope you enjoyed this video. And if you have any questions, you could always email me, Patty@PSPapercraft, or leave a comment on YouTube or my blog, whichever you want to do. Thanks for joining me. You have a good day. Bye.